Hey everyone! Okay, so I just posted a video before this about my Accutane journey, my first month, and right now I'm actually about to talk to you about me and my boyfriend because I did start this whole channel for that reason because I knew that when he went on deployment it was going to be really tough, and I wanted to be able to get on here and vent and give my opinions to other people and advice and like what I'm doing for him and such. So, first an update. The last time I saw him was on February 23rd, and today is April the 21st. So, in 2 days it'll be 2 whole months. So it has been 57 days since I've seen him, and I am going to see him in 19 days, which sounds like no time at all to me. But I'm going to visit him. He's in the Navy, and he's stationed in Norfolk, Virginia. And I turned 20 on May 5th, and I'm going to see him on May 10th. So for my birthday, my parents are paying for me to fly to see him for my birthday present, and I'm like, that's all I want. But I'm going to visit him in Norfolk, Virginia for 4 days, um, for Friday night, Saturday and Saturday night, Sunday and Sunday night, Monday and Monday night, and then I'm going to leave on Tuesday morning. So that is what I'm going to do, and so I'm so excited. But it's been hard, but not too bad. Like, I have never been in a long distance relationship before, and well, the longest I'd ever gone without being with a boyfriend is when my boyfriend before Weston, we were together for 4 years. I love him very much. He's a great guy. Nothing bad to say about him. One summer I moved to Pittsburgh, and we'll visit Pittsburgh for a whole summer, and we were apart for about 2.5 months, and that was it. And that was the longest I'd ever gone without being with a boyfriend. And so it it's kind of one of those things where I'm not used to it, but I'm starting to become used to it. So it'll start becoming natural. Like, if you're going to be in a long distance relationship and you're going to like go for it, then it's just something that becomes a natural part of your life. Like, it's easy to be apart, but when you're together, it's like the best feeling in the entire world. And you never take for granted anything. And I mean, when he's home, we text constantly. Or when he's not in work, we text. He even calls me on his lunch break. He calls me every morning, even if I'm sleeping at 8 a.m. I answer and say what's up. He's not on his deployment yet. They're not even quite sure when they're supposed to leave. Right now, it's looking like July 21st. It could be September. It could be, I don't know. But I'm assuming that's going to be July 21st. As much as I don't want him to go, as much as it's going to be so sad to say goodbye, I'd rather it be sooner than later, because the sooner he leaves, the quicker he gets back, and the quicker we can, move on with our lives. But anyway, but by the time I see him, it'll be almost 3 months since it'll be almost 3 months that we had been apart from each other. And that sounds like such a long time, and everybody here is like, I don't know how you can do it, but I kind of think of it as hard as it is to be away from him, and as sad as that is, it would be 20 million times harder to be not in his life at all, to just not be his girlfriend. So that's how I kind of look at it. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's not that bad. Right now he's on a mission. I posted a video about a month and a half ago. He went on a 10-day little mission with his boat. He's on the USS Truman, and he went for 10 days, and now up until their deployment, they go once a month for 10 to 12 days. And right now he's on another one for 12 days. But this time he does have a phone card, and he doesn't have an email address, but he has been able to get on like the internet on Facebook and message me on Facebook, which is just as fine to me. I don't care if it's on email or on Facebook. But because of that, it really hasn't been that hard. Last time he went, it was so hard because literally did not speak to him for 10 whole days, no contact at all. This time, we went the first 2 days without speaking at all. Then he called me, and we talked for about 10 minutes. And then the next day he called me, and he told me he's only going to call me every other day, but he said he couldn't go that long, so he's calling me every day. And I told him, don't call me every day because you're going to waste your money. So he like messages me on Facebook every other day and calls me every other day. And even though we only just talk for about 10 to 15 minutes, it's like the best conversations ever. And it just makes me so happy to talk to him. And I just think like it really hasn't been that hard, even though it's only been a week that he's been gone. It's not that bad. I just go on with my life as normal, as if he were still here. Like I go to school, I go out with my friends, but I just know that I get to have those awesome times when I get to talk to him once a day, and or talk to him on Facebook. And I know that it's going to get harder when he is on deployment, but I just think that's 9 months out of my entire life. Or 9 months is the maximum, 6 months is the minimum. I'm one of those girls who I'm just gonna go ahead and be prepared for the worst. So I'm gonna, you know, prepare for the worst, but pray for the best. I don't know. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. So I just prepare for the worst case scenario, which is 9 whole months. And which I think everybody, if you're a military girlfriend, a military wife, or a military boyfriend, or a military husband, um, then you need to prepare for the worst, because if you prepare for the best and then you get your hopes up, it's going to be so upsetting. So I would rather prepare for the worst and then find out that he is only going to be gone for 6 months and be excited, rather than the opposite and be upset. So that's that. And then last month was Easter, and the 31st of March was Easter Sunday, and I sent him a care package, and that's one thing that I think is really great. Even though he's not on deployment yet, when he is on deployment, obviously I'll be sending him letters and stuff every day, but I'll also be sending him about a care package about once a month, like a big care package. When I sent him for Easter, I sent him Easter candy and Easter eggs. I sent him a Bible devotional, which I have myself, and we do it together every day. We talk about it on the phone. And then I also did I got him a T-shirt from my sorority that says Delta Zeta, and then you pick the right one. On the back of it, it says it has two little girls on either side of a little boy, and one little boy's kissing one girl on the cheek, and she's wearing like a Delta Zeta T-shirt, and it says like, "You picked the right one, baby." And he wears it like all the time and takes pictures every time he's in it. And so I sent that to him, and then I sent him some bunny ears, and I told him in the letter, I was like, you better take a picture with you and some bunny ears and send them to me. So that was fun. And every single time I send him a care package, what I'll do is when he does actually go on his real deployment and I do send him care packages, I'll make a video of what I'm sending him for that month, and they'll be themed. Like for July, it'll be 4th of July themed, and for October, it'll be Halloween themed, and so on. But that's what I'll do. But as of right now, we've been apart for 57 days, which is the longest I've ever been without a boyfriend or seeing him in person. And but I know that's not the longest it'll ever be. But I just know that if I can do 3 months, like I can do 9. Like that's just 1/3 of the time, and it'll be hard, but I can do it. I know I can. I'm strong enough to do it. But anyway, if anybody has any advice for me or has any questions for me, just comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. And if anyone has any advice for me to just stay strong and motivated, like this summer I'm going to be super busy with summer school and my job and stuff, and so I know that I'll be busy, but it'll definitely get sad. Like there's nothing wrong with every once in a while just like crying a little bit. Like you don't have to be strong all the time. And my boyfriend even told me, he was like, there's nothing wrong with you also telling me that you're upset. It's not going to upset me to know that you're upset. But that's just all I have to say right now. So that's my update on my boyfriend and I. We are doing perfectly fine. Everything's great. We get stronger and stronger every day. And this is just something that we know that if we end up together, we went through the hardest thing that a couple will ever have to go through, which is a couple being in the military. But anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. And until I'll talk to y'all later, I guess. Bye.